Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I liked this clip of this marriage counselor talking about the difference between single you and married you, and I liked what she had to say for the most part. So we're gonna let her cook.
Saying in the school that I have online, where the single you is the married you, right? So even when I'm single, I am looking the same as when I'm married. I'm talking the same as when I'm married. There's certain language I don't use. There's certain clothing that I don't put on, even when I'm single. But what women want to believe is the single them is different than the married them, that all of a sudden they're going to become modest and they're going to speak a different way and do a different thing. No, baby, I cook now, clean now. I take care of myself, I take care of the people in my life. I dress modestly. I make sure that I'm clean in my speech, right? The single you is the married you.
So what you got to say about the women who be like they're in that soft girl era, the villain girl era, and hot girl summer?
Life is about patterns, though. And what you've done in the past, there's a pretty strong chance that you're going to do it in the future. So that's what people don't realize, that when you practice being degenerate, I have a saying, degenerate, that's not something you're going to lay down overnight. I tell men this too. Can we be honest? Men who are hoes, men who are out here sleeping around and then think that a ring is going to keep them faithful. It isn't. That's your pattern. That's what you've been doing. So the chances of you continuing to do that is pretty high. Like I really believe in the single us is the married us. So that's why I carry myself a certain way all the time, regardless of my relationship status. There are certain things I'm not going to do, whether I'm single or married. That's what I want our people to return to. And we used to be this way. And that's how Black women got husbands, is being modest and being feminine and being, yes, I know how to make homemade biscuits. Generate.
She didn't speak a single lie. What she's really talking about is in your integrity and values as a person. Despite what other people do, who other people are, you're going to be you. And you're not going to allow somebody else to get you off your square. So if you're a wife anyway. If you are a feminine woman, if you are an understanding woman, if you are a woman that is submissive, you're not waiting on a particular man to bring that out of you. You have that in you because, first of all, you should be submitted to the Most High. So you should be practicing submission in the first place and getting a feel for what submission actually is, not just to the men in your life, to your dad or but to God. So if you're practicing submission already, then it's not a culture shock if you get a husband that wants you to be submissive, because that's already in your spirit. So if you're a wife, you're a wife. If you're a husband, you're a husband. You're a husband whether you got a wife or not, because that's who you are. You're not an F-boy, because that's not who you are. That is just not who you are. So that's not who you're going to be. You're not even going to present yourself like that. So this is what she's talking about. The married you and the single you is the same person, because whatever you practice, that's what you're going to keep on doing. So if you are a scut bucket, a ring ain't going to change it. The ring and the ceremony and spending all that money at the venues and the catering and making your mama come out to sit there for a marriage that ain't about to last 2 seconds because nobody wants to change who they are, and it can't change it because you've been practicing foolery for so long that you think just because you found somebody you want to be foolish with for the rest of your life that you're gonna not be foolish. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're gonna get in that relationship and you're gonna do them dirty just like you did all the rest of them dirty. If this go for men and women, if as a woman you was used to using men for this, that, and the third, you gonna do it with your husband. You gonna do it with him because that's who you been. If you a dude and you just been running over these hoes, and you gonna do it with her because that's what you've been doing. Everybody before they get married have to be husbands and wives. That's how husbands and wives find each other, because you're already that person. You're already the woman that's not shaking her butt on Instagram. You already not doing it. You're already somewhere being feminine. You're already somewhere having decorum. You already somewhere not cussing like a sailor. You already got these qualities. These are the qualities that you have, and you're not waiting for some man to come along and make you have those qualities. That don't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. You either got those qualities or you don't. Okay? Going somewhere, you know what I'm saying, and you've been a thought the whole time. Some man marrying you don't make you not a thought. This is why I be talking about married hyenas. Because somehow, some way, people think that if I put a ring on it, if I commit, if I, you know what I'm saying, do all these things, that this person is somehow going to change, or they're not going to be who I clearly see that they are. If you a thought in a hoe and some dude marry you, you just married your John. That's all. That's all you did. But you ain't going to stop thoughting, because that's who you are. That's what you want to be. That's who you want to be. You have not made it up in your mind that this is not how you're going to behave. This is not, you know what I'm saying, that you're going to behave in a different way, in a better way, with more integrity, or anything of the sort. So if you don't have no integrity, then you just don't got it. A ceremony not finna give it to you. Okay? This is why I make the distinction. Being married, that don't automatically put you in the lioness camp. That don't automatically put you in the good woman camp just because somebody thought that they was going to change who you was by giving you some type of ring. Then be surprised that you're the same hyena that they married and met. You see, the same one. This is why I don't be understanding the whole Offset Cardi B thing. Not to focus on them, but I'm just saying. People running around here, you know what I'm saying, taking up for Offset because of what Cardi doing. Did he or did he not know who Cardi B was before he got with her? Did he or did he not know? And why are we holding Cardi B to the standard of a lioness? Has she ever had those qualities? Has she ever done that? That has not even been her public track record. So all this trying to figure out, well, why would she do that? Okay, it is bad behavior. I'm not saying it ain't bad behavior, but are we surprised by it? What are we doing? The married her was the single her, is my point. The married Cardi B was the same woman as the single Cardi B. The married Offset was the same guy as the single Offset. He was the same dude. And so it goes for everybody. This is why we be talking about who you attract and what kind of energy you be on. You know what I'm saying? Determines who you can attract and who you can repel. Because if you're moving around the earth as a wife and in that energy, you're much less likely to start attracting dudes that don't want that. A long time ago, I told lionesses that femininity and stuff like that, it's a F-boy repellent. This is why you're going to be lonely. You're going to be lonely for a little while because dudes that just want to smash and dudes that don't got no intention for women, he just want to run through them and he just want to do this and do that. And there ain't no real commitment behind it, no real thought behind it. He not trying to see you. It's not because you're not attractive. It's just that he know I ain't going to be able to say this stupid stuff to her. The same stuff I say to these hoes that I'm just smashing. You know, I kind of say anything, do anything. You know, they going for it 9 times out of 10. You know, if I get over here to this woman that really trying to move a certain kind of way, you know, I'm going to feel stupid trying to do this with her. Because it's like 15 hoes out here ready to roll. And here I am over here trying to expend this energy on a woman that if she realized that I was wasting her time, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a waste of my energy. I could have been somewhere else knee deep in it from some other chick that was going in the first place. Right? So that's what she's really talking about. And I agree with her. You know what I'm saying? You are who you are. You're going to do what you've been practicing to do. You're going to do what you've been practicing to do. If all that you have done is play around in the boneyard with a bunch of hyenas, male and female, you're not going to be able to transition. You're not going to be able to code switch to Pride Rock. You're not even going to be able to do it. That's going to be a problem for you because you're not going to know how to act. You're not going to understand how you should be moving. This for men and women. If you're a woman, all you done dealt with is dudes that, you know what I'm saying? He ain't about nothing, you know, blah, 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 blah. If you get with a good man, you get with a lion, you're not going to know how to move around with him. You're going to mess that whole thing up because you don't even understand how he even come in that situations and why he's even got certain things going. You don't even know. You don't even understand that. You so used to the way, you know what I'm saying, the male hyenas move around chaotically and crazy. You so used to that. This is what, so when you get with a lion, he boring. He ain't do, you know what I'm saying, all this other foolishness that you got going. Same thing with men. If you busy yourself with a bunch of hyenas all the time, and that's all you've been dealing with, you don't know what to do with a lioness. You don't know what to do with her. She gonna look real weird. She gonna look real weird. Because you don't even know why she do what she do. And why is her responses like this? So she didn't tell any lies. I didn't hear any lies. I liked what she said and I agree with her. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.